I'm gonna assume you guys will be able to hear me because I feel like it would be weird if you weren't. Get out of here. Cool. Maybe I can turn it a little bit. Like that. Okay. Um. I guess. Oh. I guess I'll get started while no one's here. Um. Okay. So. I feel like the best way to start this is to start with a couple of basic premises. Hold on. I'm gonna always step out and get a nice little drink real quick. Okay. Oh. So I want to start with a couple of basic premises. One, all of nature is whoa, why did you do that? Can I erase? Cool. Weird. Is it because it's so small? That's what she said? Yes, okay. 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 So, first things first. There are three states. Why does it do that? States of matter. And everyone's goes, oh, I guess I can't see if you're seeing. And everyone's like, yeah, we got solid, liquid, gas. No. We've got up quark, down quark. I think it's called a lomatron or something. A pronon. Pronon? Is that what it's called? Pronon? I don't know what it's called. So we've got these so we've got these three here. And these three create everything around us. Hey, what's up, Mr. Forgettable? I'm going to be drinking and talking about nature for until my thing dies, and then I'll hook it back up, sit down, and probably do something else VR related. So like, if you don't want to deal with this, you can always come back in an hour. I don't think my headset will last for an hour. So yeah, we've got these three states of being three states of matter, and then or particles, and then these three. Actually, this is a good representation because these three, in their own, it's different. So like, then you've got a green one, or you've got two greens, and a blue here, right? And this
turns into a little atom.
Beat Saber. Yeah, I'll probably do Beat Saber later.
Um, and then you've got like, let's say you've got, what the fuck? What? Am I too close? You've got like 2 yellows and a green. You've got a green, a blue. Bro, this thing sucks.
Whoa. You can see. Anyways.
So let's say you've got whoa, whoa, whoa! You can move in this? Oh, that's super cool. Okay, hold on. Oh.
Okay, now I've got a better idea.
You can move in this game. So, over here, we're talking about the divine principles. You've got an up cork. Oop. I wish. Really? All the buttons on this fucking controller and you couldn't figure out. And then you've got an up cork, a down cork, and I'm pretty sure these are called like pronouns, right? So you've got these distribute into different sets. Oops. What? Different sets. That's so irritating. That's probably gonna piss me off. I'll just do big ones. Whatever. So different sets of so like you got red, blue, red, green. You've got red. You've got none. So then you've got red, green. You've got red, green, green. You've got green, green, blue. And you've got blue, blue, red. Did I do that right? Blue, blue, red, blue, 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 green. Nope. Blue. God damn it. Blue, blue, green. Oh, is it because I'm like, no, I don't know why it does that.
No, it's all wrong.
All right, so you've got red, red, green, red, blue, blue, red, green, green, blue, green, green. Right, so you've got all these. And these sets form, I guess I can still stay over here. These are still primordial things, right? These sets form into, I can actually change the color now. So let's just say this forms into yellow, this forms into purple, this forms into this, right? And these form atoms, right? So these form atoms. These 3 quarks in different orientations form subatomic particles, right? These subatomic particles, they form, how can I draw this? They form into periodic table of elements, right? right? So we start with these little things build atoms, or quarks build atoms, atoms build chemicals. I like using carbon as my primary, even though I didn't use the right color for carbon. It's fine. And then these create. Can I change the background of the? Ooh, can I be black?
That works. Ooh, this is actually so much cleaner. That creates, we're gonna quantify this as the universe. All physical matter is formed.
Actually, you know what we can do?
We can do this. God, VR is so cool. What other colors do we want to put in here? Right? So that is our basic premise. Can I turn? There we go. So quarks. Okay, so quarks make atoms, make elements. Elements create the universe. Oh, I can't walk in there. That sucks. Okay. So that's our basic concept, right? What are you making? I'm making. I don't know.
I'm making reality.
I don't know. I'm making reality. But that's what it looks like. So let's go over here. So over here, from that's fucking disorienting as disorienting as dicks. What? Why is that so hard? Where's the pumpkin spice? If you want basic. Okay, how do I go straight? Hold on, I need to orient myself. Okay. That was a lot easier. I should have just did it like that. Ow. Okay. Modeling in three-dimensional space is actually really fucking crazy. Hold on. It's this way. Oh. Oh, looking reorients you. I keep forgetting. Hold on, I'm gonna get another drink. So, okay. So in here, I'm going to draw just a tiny microcosm of reality. So
all this combination, so let's say, so within reality, and I have to do it within space and time here because we don't have it outside of here. So let's say this is our universe. So we've got, let's say we've got this particle, and this is this wavelength for this particle, right? And we'll call that wavelength blue. And then right next to it, we've got this particle, and that wavelength red, right? Because you actually don't see colors, by the way. I realize that you guys are this way, aren't you? Yeah, you guys are over there, but my setup isn't over there, so I'm gonna look this way when I'm talking to you until I turn around. So we actually don't see colors. We see frequencies of energy transfers. Like you don't actually, which is really weird if you think about it, because it's like this is yellow. But the only reason why this is yellow is because my brain is producing an illusion that says this is yellow. This is a type of frequency, but this frequency, so hold on, let me just finish this. So like, that's yellow, right? But this specifically only orients itself like that. So you don't actually see all of these, even though all of these are just right here. Like all of these, hold on, I'm gonna finish, hold on. Because it's mind numbing. It's been mind numbing me for the last several months, actually. And the more that I learn about it, the more mind numbing it gets. And you know, we don't even have to do the same pattern. This is deep red. Oop. No, I gotta start that one over. This is deep red. Right? So that is its own frequency wavelength function. And all of these have mathematical functions. So cyan, right, is its own mathematical wave function. Let's say that's cyan. Actually, what are we doing? We can go through all of this. So from here, I forgot that we were in three-dimensional space. What do you mean we don't see color? I mean, we don't see color. Like, we have created an illusion that says this electronic frequency is the color, or it gives me the sense of this type of thing, and this type of thing I can personify in a color, or a thing that I call a color. That's what I mean. Okay. So I think that's pretty decent for cyan. Okay, so I see this thing I call a color. No. You're hold on. Okay, so there was a that's like, okay, it's like saying this, right? It's like saying that is red. So even if I was to do this and made it perfect, the exact same frequency, you wouldn't see the green. You would just see red overlaid. You would see it like this.
As long as it was that same frequency, that is red. But that frequency is not a color. It's a state of motion. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, how can that state of motion be here, and here, and here, on me, on you, over there? This wavelength is the color red. Let me get back in here and finish. So this frequency, because also you gotta remember, we are not in a three-dimensional space. We can just only we're just only able to comprehend three dimensions. We're actually in this really strange, well, we can kind of comprehend the, we're in like a 3+1 dimension. It's not necessarily, time's not really a dimension. It's more of a relationship between duration of entities and the difference between those entities, which is not the same as a real thing, or as a dimension, as personified as like an X or Y axis. Yeah, so I see that wavelength, that is that color. Right. Yes. Like it's not as hold on, because it'll make sense once I finish this. It's not as explicit as saying, oh, this type of frequency. So it is okay. So it's as explicit as saying this frequency gives you this color. But think about we don't live in an XYZ axis. What axis do we live in? I didn't mean to say that we live in it. I meant to say that we comprehend our physical bodies as being in it. Right? Because you also got to remember, all of these frequencies, they're all moving. They're all happening at the same time. I call it a collection of happenings. There is no, like, you can't tell me where this begins and where it ends. You don't have any collapse of wave. Like, hold on, I gotta do it in proper space time. Time space. But also, I'm curious if you're gonna challenge the notion that we don't live in three-dimensional XYZ axis. Where do we live? What do you mean by that? Or are you trolling? Also, I'm just a stupid, 24-year-old drunk, so I would expect to not have all the answers. But I do have some inkling of understanding some aspects of this, which is really, really, really fucking with me. Like, why is it fucking with me? I don't know. But it is. Okay. It's a raid! We're getting raided? What's up, Eric? This is the worst stream to raid. How's it going? Woo! I don't have any, I would have hit a button, but I don't have a button to hit. What the fuck are you doing, man? Oh, wait, wrong way. Hold on. I set up my VR for this. Thanks for the raid, Eric. Every time I raid a black dude, all I hear is police sirens. He said we live in two dimensions. That's not at all what I said. I said that we can only comprehend 3+1 dimensions of our space-time. That's what I said. So,
And then I actually learned some crazy shit today that I still don't even think, oh, there's not enough yellow over here. That's actually perfect. Because then I can talk about quantum entanglement over here. And don't worry, I'll still use all this space. I've got tons of thoughts right now. They're just flowing like crazy. Okay. So, what other colors do we want to throw in here? What other colors do we want to throw in here? What do you guys think?
Did you just read Flatlands for the first time? What's Flatlands? I've never heard of that.
We've got red. We've got purple.
We don't have dark blue.
We don't have yellow in here. Not enough yellow anyways. Ooh. Oh, that's fine. First dimension is just dots and shit. Okay, but look, listen. Okay,
That's, Mr. Forgettable, I wouldn't be able to do that. How would I do that? I don't know how to do that right now. Post it in the Discord.
So I'll pause this to talk about the dimensions, right? Okay, so this is what I mean. This is what I mean, right? About how emergence happens. About how. Oh, wait. That way. There we go. About how three little quarks could turn into atoms, could turn into the periodic table of elements, which could turn into what we exist in right now. All right, so let's say we want to do the first dimension. We'll call that a dot.
For all intents and purposes, that's a dot, right?
So we got a dot. Okay, posted in the stick word. But in order to turn this, okay, so we got a dot. We'll put a collection of dots. How about that? Right. So, according to the first dimension, those are all the same place, right? Same placement. Those are all the same flat. If you were to scale it, if you were to look at it at the right size, that dot is just a bigger dot. That dot's a small dot. That dot is a dot higher. That dot is a dot lower, right? That dot is left. That dot is right. But the crazy thing that happens is, hold on, I got this. Because look, even in this moment right here, I'm going into, right? I'm stepping out of a one-dimensional surface. I'm going into, just to even create this example. You can actually already see the dimensions forming. But you zoom out far enough, right? Then you're now creating a two-dimensional plane. Yeah, you're creating a two-dimensional plane. So now you've got left, right, and you've got up, down. Oh no, I did that wrong. It would be like this, actually. The first dimension is like this. Right? They're all, so then when you look at it, they're all on the same plane, right? You can see that. So that's what I mean when I say the first dimension one. But then now you can go into here, into the second dimension, where you've got left, right, up, and down. I just realized you're standing over there with the VR set. They're blind over there chilling at Dot's dinner. Dot's diner. No, you're right. They're the first dimension is like this. They don't acknowledge any other existence. If you're not exactly here, then you're nowhere else.
That's
That's dimension one. You're here, you're nowhere else. The only way that we can even see dimension one is because we're not unidimensional creatures. So then you can go over here and you can look at it like this, which shows you dimension two. Nice VR setup, man. Thanks. It's just me in the small room. Then you have dimension two, which gives you left, right. Does it give you up and down? Two dimensions, here and here. No, it just gives you left and right. So it would look like that. Left and right. And then, once you get in here, and you can see, oh, there was a dot back here. We didn't see that because we weren't looking in the third. We were looking at like we were looking at it from a it's not a planar setup position, which says these two don't both exist here because they can't simultaneously exist like that. They just can't happen. So we are able to step inside of this and we can exist in this plane where things can move around us. Right? So that's the third dimension. Now, we also have a +1 dimension in which we can acknowledge that this point and this point are different points because of space-time. So like, let's say time has been going on, right? Let's say that's time. We don't know where the start of this is. So let's say this is time, right? We can acknowledge that there and there, even if they were the same exact event, even if they were the same event, the arrow of time, actually, I want to do it in the light. And I want to do it over here. So, there we go. Okay. So, there's time. We've got event one. Event one, which is, let's say, I say hi. That's me saying hi. And then I say hi. Even if they were the same event in the same space, we can acknowledge, like, we have this sense, this limited duration in which that happened before that. And that's time. Eric, I'm in Texas, and it's not cold, but it'll get cold. It'll get cold for MLK's MLK Day. It'll start to freeze, and it might freeze over, but we don't know yet. So every time I have to think, I'm gonna come back in here and start drawing more frequencies. Okay, so actually what we can do in here is we can draw. So we've got the first dimension, we've got the second dimension, we've got the third dimension, wonder. Oops, I just deleted all those in there, didn't I? I'm gonna redraw this. Okay. So we've got dimension 1. Right? Which says, if you look right here, you're in one dimension. This is all you got. Then dimension 2, which we can make pink, is that, which says you're now able to look at things in context to you. And then you've got dimension 3, which says there are things in context to you, not only beside you, but also up and also down, right?
You're following me, bro. That's my new account. I got canceled about to be affiliate. Alright, I'll definitely follow you again.
Wow, what happened? Alright, and then you've got dimension 4, or plus 1, which is the arrow of time. So that's the dimensional planes that we exist in. So back to this. So let's say this is the frequency. Oh, brother in Christ. Why do you do that? That's the frequency of red. We could say, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. We could say, are you fucking joking? Is this a bit? That's the frequency of green. That's the frequency of yellow. That's the frequency of blue. We could just do that. We just leave it right there. We aren't quite there yet. It totally is. It totally is. Because look. How do I do this? You need, okay, this is, look at this. What? So, look, you need 2 points to make a line, right? Right? We all know that. You need 2 points to make a line. You also need two lines to make a point. Right? You need 2 lines to make a point. And then you need how many lines is that? You need 3 lines. No, you need 4 lines. Yep, you're right. You need four lines to make a square. But you also, hold on, I'm going to redo that one. You need 4 lines to make a square. Why did it do that? 4 lines to make a square. And then you need 6 lines it's very terrible. 6 lines. Where'd it go? Hold on, I gotta redo that. That's terrible. You need no, it's not 6. It's 8, isn't it? How many lines do you need to make a cube? Good luck explaining Flatlands. Read the book. I'll have to check it out. All right. Peace out, Eric. How many lines is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You need 12 lines? Is that how much you need? 12 lines to make a cube. And then you can get real meta. I don't know if it fucking lets me. And you can make what is called a tesseract, which actually probably would look like that if we're being honest. And that's the 4th dimension. Anyways, so you've got all these frequencies moving around, right? And they're just going everywhere. A great example, if you don't believe me, you can Google it. I don't know what it's called. I'll find it. But there's this picture, right? And in the picture, it looks like this. Why is it doing that? That's terrible. It looks like that. And you go, well, it's obviously a picture of the sun, but that looks terrible. And you go, oh, that's like, okay, it does look terrible. It is a super blurry picture of the sun. But the picture is taken, right? The picture was taken actually the picture was taken. I just remembered that I'm in 4 dimensions. Oh, this is in the way. Right? The picture, that's actually pretty. Picture was taken here. That was almost worse. The picture was taken through Earth, which means the cosmic, the protons, the energy, as it's radiating like mad, it's going through the Earth. Well enough for not only you to get the energy of the sun, but also what has happened? And we all know that Earth is a solid rock. Like, do you understand the implications of this? Oh, that's so irritating. Can I fix it? Anyways, can I just not look at it? No, it's just a big ball in the Earth. Oh, cool. We didn't need to delete that much. Big. Oh. Oh, hold on. It's in pencil mode. Right. Big hole in here. Molten core, all of this, right? Somehow it goes through it, and you can take a picture of the sun. That's crazy. Boop. Okay. So, that tells us that energy, right, this matter that we're in, or the electrons, actually, hold on, let me turn around so I'm not staring at the, there we go. it tells us that the waves, the frequencies, the functions, all of those, they go through solid matter. All of it, all the time, forever, right? Where's the start of this? We don't know. We can't tell where the start of this is, right? But, okay, so that's our situation right now. Hold on. Where can I walk? Can I walk this way? Let's walk over here and turn ourselves around. Yeah. Let me get another drink. Hold on. Right, so what's next? What's next in this? Oh, so, and then we've got this, right, which says there is nothing in this world. That's what it says. It says there's nothing but frequencies, like how in order to have, I don't want to ruin the punchline yet. In order to have ripples, you need a pond. Right? In order to have ripples, you need a pond. You can't have a pond, or you can't have ripples without a pond. You can't have the thing without the other thing that supersedes the thing inside of it. You can't have gravity actually I did this wrong. We can get another one in here a little shorter. Right? You can't have gravity how did I make that black? There we go. Without a piece of mass inside space-time. And it's worse than that. Because you can't have an orbit, which we all know is real, without two objects in mass. Oh, I wonder if it's size. Maybe if I do it like this. Without two orbits, or two objects for which one can orbit around. So all of it's contained inside of itself somehow. Because even still, this is not even an accurate picture of space-time. Because this doesn't include this. Which is just as fundamental
colors are blurring together. It doesn't include what these things are doing. So how can you have a dip, right?
Hold on.
Let's do it red because it doesn't make any sense. How can you have a dip, right,
In something
that's nothing but immaterial space-time? Huh?
My battery is low.
That doesn't make any sense. And yet, here we are. And yet, here we are. So, let's get back to this story, right? Because this is what we should be seeing. This is what we should be seeing.
And then we're gonna draw a little homie.
Right? I guess we could three-dimensionalize him since we are in real space, virtual space time. Well, he looks like a bit of an alien, but that's fine. He can be an alien. It doesn't matter what he is. We don't even know what we are. So, hold on. Whew. Whew. So we have our guy. We have us, right? We have, let's say we can call him I. Oh, hold on. We can call him I, right? We've got I here. Actually, that's such a better idea. I don't know why I didn't think of this first. We've got an I here.
How do I make this black again?
There we go. Right? And inside of I, there's a nice little optical nerve, right? That's fine. You can just do that. I'm not going to draw a whole, you know, super clean looking eyeball. I'm not an artist. So we've got I here, right? And I is looking at this field of non-linear, non
nothing, frequencies, collection of frequencies, all different colors, different elements, different sizes of quarks, moving throughout matter, throughout physical solid matter. And I's job, you're I, aren't you? You say I have this, I have that. I am hungry. My leg hurts. All iterations of I. It's his job to take this information in, right? It's his job to take this information in, oops. Oh, that sucked. Why don't I just turn this way and do it? Ah. That kind of worked. I guess you could kind of see what I'm getting at with this, right? So he's got to take all that information and he's got to turn it into I like how the fucking audio sound goes out. I don't even know if you guys can even hear the audio. I don't even think anyone's even in here. It's fine. This is for me. He's got to turn it into something legible. But again, it's worse than that.
This is a terrible, absolutely garbage fucking software here.
Right? That's what he's got to do. Which doesn't... Whew. Hmm? Hmm? It died. That's crazy. It didn't even give me a heads up. Oh. As soon as I was getting to the nitty gritty. Anyways, I'll follow up with that later. Whew. What to do now? Fucking apparently nothing.
muscle, and he actually let me place it right on his tentacle. So that was really exciting. And he seemed to pull it right into his beak, so hopefully he'll enjoy that later. And then my third offering was another muscle, but this time he actually took it out of my hand. So I was like, okay, we are making progress. Let's see if we can be friends. At this point, he really wanted to show me his room, and I just can't fit in there. Sorry, friend. When I told him I couldn't come in, he wasn't very happy with me. And that's when he decided to try to take my phone. So, in order for me to get away, I thought I'd give him a couple tickles. Tickle, tickle. And it worked. And that's how I met my best friend, Octavius.
Please let this be a normal field trip with a friend. No way. Please let this.
Hi everybody, today we'll show you surgery of this horse that was brought in for castration because what
Why?
Is this Betty?
Yes.
My name is Sue, honey. I know you from Shamrock Baby. I hope you don't plan on hogging all the seats this time around, because I'm bringing friends this time, and I don't ever have enough room when you take up all the damn seats.
That's fine. Who are you?
I done told you what my name is.
Your name's Susie, right?
Yes, Sue Dillon.
You ain't no Susie.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
How do you know?
I know you're not. I can tell Susie's voice. You ain't Susie.
I'm not Susan. Sue. I'm not that trash. I'm not her.
Come down and come in today when I get in there.
All right.
You come in there when I get there. I ain't scared of you. I'll do what I want to do.
Ah, shucks. We're gonna return.
Everyone came to anime for Steve's case? No, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Everyone's here for bleach. I'm sorry, what? I said everyone's here for bleach.
I'm pretty sure everyone came for Phineas and Ferb.
No, hey.
Don't do this, white folks. They clearly came for the bump.
Everyone came to anime for Steve's case? No, I'm sorry. Everyone's here for bleach. I'm sorry, what? I said everyone's here for bleach.
I'm pretty sure everyone came for Phineas and Ferb.
No, hey.
Don't do this, white folks. They clearly came for the bump.
is your child still not talking? Try out this app.
Stop.
Are you having fun?
No, I'm not. Your half. There is no your half. There is only my all of it. Do you understand? Your half.
大切なものはお腹の中に入れておかなければなくしてしまうよ。
Now and then I think of all the times you screwed me over. But I never believed it was always something that I'd done. But I don't wanna live that way. Reading into every word you say. You said that you could let it go. And
And then they mute my video. You think it's done?
Hey guys, I just wanted to.
Can we get back in? No, not yet. This is so irritating. If I knew I was gonna do this, I wouldn't have fucking. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
I want to play detective on my good life so bad. Like, can y'all worry about them unpaid bills y'all got? That stinky coochie y'all.
Create demon. Your mind is the director of energy. When you give attention to these demonic thoughts that are inside of your mind, you are giving energy to it. And this energy will manifest into the astral plane, the world of imagination. This is where
I want you guys to know about a 6,000-year-old secret. Mankind has been trying to decipher this one little thing called the flower of life. Now, you know this is one of the oldest symbols in human history, right? This symbol was found in the Temple of Osiris in Egypt, and it had been molecular. doing? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. That's right.
We're cowboys. Of course we ride horses.
I'm Ivan. I can say nigga now.
How the fuck did you do that? What? We're cowboys. Of course we ride.
Do you know how much fecal matter is on your shoes? If you just dragged it all in my house. I just flopped.
It's really about the shoes?
Thank you.
You guys are ready because here is my new hair color in 3, 2, 1.
For a long time, I looked at myself in the mirror and I based myself based on what I read on the comments. I felt worthless. I felt ugly. I felt gay. I felt like.
Please tell me this is a joke. Remember, like, oh my god. What happened?
What the fuck is happening? What? None of this is fucking working. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that alone.
get your milk here. Do you remember? No, but you don't speak English. I wish I could speak, dear. But yeah.
This is my alter ego. You have to check out this app. It is absolutely insane. It lets you trace photos onto anything using your phone. You can trace onto...
Have 15 seconds to answer. We are starting now. Name a sexy sounding accent.
Australian.
Name something that every white family has.
Privilege.
Name something that every Asian family has.
Rice.
Name something that rhymes with trigger. Time! 15 seconds to...
Who am I speaking with?
Tom Stanley.
Okay, Tom, where you calling from?
International Space Station.
You're calling from outside.
Low Earth orbit.
Anything I can help you with?
Unless you can cure acute radiation syndrome from 300 miles away.
No, I'm so sorry.
One thing you can do for me, actually.
Your name is Mrs. Scanlon, I have your number.
Melissa.
Huh? Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Evie.
I miss you.
I missed you too, baby.
When are you coming home?
I'd give anything on earth to be young and right now.
But you're not even on Earth.
Get out the window and wave up at the sky.
I love it. Can't see you.
I can see you. I want you to know I'll always be up here looking over you. Okay?
Yes. I'm waiting.
I'm waving back.
Yes. Daddy? Are you there? Daddy?
So who am I speaking with?
Tom.
Once you get into the impossibly high levels, the game tries to block you by making it wicked hard to move the pieces side to side. But by hyper tapping and rolling these pieces, you can generate enough hot finger power, new album name called it, to slide those impossible pieces into place, thus beating the game in its own reality. See, games run on code, which is their DNA, sort of. And the old dogs use random access memory, or RAM, to keep track of what's going on. But after a while of doing this beyond what it thought was possible, it goes rogue and starts using the rip. To guide its decisions. If you've ever had a Four Loko, you know this. And that means the game starts improvising, which means things like colors change. And some of those colors are impossible to see if you're not ready for it. Remember, the game is trying to beat you, so it is hauling ass. People who play this religiously know this and started charting the colors, the extra levels, the new backdoor reality. And they even figured out the game itself will crash, triggered by a variety of different things, making a kill screen, which is the thing that happens in classic arcade games, because eventually those games get scrambly and start eating themselves. This once you get into the impossibly high levels, the game tries to block you.
Hi, I'm Maya. You're really cute. We should hang out sometime. You make me happy. You don't pay enough attention to me. This isn't working out. It's you, not me. We can still be friends. Not really. Hi, I'm Maya.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Touch your sheets, looking to get a real good hallelujah.
Alright, we got double PlayStation so we can cook the Bubba Burger. Bubba Burger on. Alright, 15.
This is what I made on DoorDash. Last week.
Grab it. Come on, man. Come on, man. What is that? What you had? Seattle for breakfast or something?
What if you quit playing?
I'm not. Ain't nobody playing with it. Don't stand for ain't nobody playing with nothing. Make it go down.
Make it go down.
Make it go down. I'm not gonna continue with you in this state that you're in right now. And but how do you still? How do you even?
It's unconscious. I mean, there are other ways I can get there. When you're not available, that is.
I'll kill you. I DNR your ass right now. Is that what you want?
My ears, for example. My ears are erogenous.
Well, I ain't touched your damn ears. And I don't want to talk about erogenous zones right now.
Okay, just give me a minute.
Come on, man. The clock is ticking.
Okay.
Come on.
So here, why don't we just go get Yvonne, all right? And maybe she can find something.
I don't think we need to talk about Yvonne either.
Why?
Because she's probably got a lot to do with that.
Come on. Yvonne is my executive.
Oh, I forgot. Bosses are never into their employees.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, your penis calls bullshit. Boom. You wanted me to say it? I said it.
Yvonne, we need a couple minutes more if you don't mind.
Yeah, we were just talking about you, too. Your ears must have been burning. Like on fire. Grab it.
Hey, River, can you show me how pretty you are? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
he's a new deer head.
Bitch, we don't want the rest.
Fuck's happening? What's up, Lion Satan? man. What you been up to, bro? None of my hotkeys are working on my keyboard for some reason. It's broke. So I'll just explain what's going on. I am explaining the incredibly complex nature of. Oh wait, what? Busy was sick last week, so I fucking hated that. Yeah. Actually, I get like a little bit of catharsis when I'm sick. I don't know. Something about it feels good to get over sickness, I guess. Long story short, I'm explaining a reality in VR. So I've got a little bit of a right now. I can double check it right now just to see. Let's see. Headset 18%. Hacker voice. I'm in. Okay, I'll show you what I've been up to. Hold on. I'll show you what I'm working on. Yeah, it felt nice, but I never been sick for more than a day. Oh, really? I was gonna say you never had COVID, but I only felt sick for a day on COVID. Okay, I can actually move quite a bit with this. Okay. I gotta get back into my Quest link. Hold on. And now I'll be able to read your comments in a bit. Hold on. You can keep going, but give me a sec. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not getting any messages from that. Oh, did I delete it? Is that what I did? He's gay. Alright, let's see. There we go. Yeah, I even caught COVID and was only sick for a day. Yeah, I was there too. Which is a really weird phenomenon, right? It's like, oh, it's 2 weeks, 2 weeks, but it really wasn't. Oh. All right, so we're in. All right. So you can see where I'm at right now. I am explaining the nature of consciousness. I'm actually going to try to so basically I think the 2 weeks to fully get out the virus out of your system. Yeah, I know. But a lot of people was having issues with it for the whole time, you know. So I don't know. Shit was weird. So I'm describing the nature of consciousness as it stands. That's what I'm doing. That's my goal here. I am halfway done, actually. So, I mean, you can stick around if you want. I won't. I understand that this is a concept that a lot of people don't give a fuck about, but it's been eating at me for the last 8 months. So, you are over here, aren't you? You're over there? Over there? You're over there. It's been eating at me for the last 8 months, so I'm gonna, I gotta get it out of my brain. So, let's do a quick catch up. Over here. So, over here, we have the basic fundamental properties of reality. Almost. Actually, I just realized I'm missing something.
Gay?
Gay? No. Anyways, I'm missing something. So, we've got quarks, right? There's 3 states of, there's actually
Yes.
3 states of matter. There's only 3. You learn about the periodic table of elements, blah, blah, blah. There's only 3, and it's the up quark, the down quark, and I think it's called a pronon. I don't know what it's called. I didn't look it up, but I'm sure it's got a name. It's not a proton. It's not an electron. It's like a elenotron or a pronon or something like that. But there's 3 basic states of quarks. There's up, down, and then this weird like neutral, right?
You know that you have a degree in quantum physics, right?
Lion Satan, you're fucking with me, aren't you? You're not even old enough to have a degree in quantum physics.
You 26 år.
Yeah, sure. What? I'm 26, lol. I guess you could have a degree in quantum physics, but you don't, Lion Satan. What's the other one then? You don't. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I really don't believe you. Then you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Then you should be able to keep up with this if you definitely do. Is it leptons? Is it leptons? Leptons? Okay. Then correct me if I'm wrong here. So we've got 3 distinct. Okay, cool. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if you correct me on something that I know that I'm right about, then I'll know that you're lying. Fair enough? Okay, so we've got the up down, we've got the up quark, we've got the down quark, I'm gonna call it a lepton until told otherwise. And these 3 develop the basic principle of all the atoms that are created. So you've got like 2 ups and a down, you've got 2 downs and an up, you've got 1 up, 1 down, and a lepton, and those formulate atoms. And then the combination of atoms form the basic periodic table of elements. Right? There's carbon up there.
You know there are 6 types of quarks, right?
What do you mean by 6 types of quarks? There's only 3. Ugh. There's only 3. So what do you mean by types, I guess, is the question. Because there's up, there's down, and then there's leptons. I'm only calling them leptons because you called them leptons. I don't know if those are actually called leptons.
There is up, down, stronger, sharp, bottom, and top.
Really? I haven't heard of strange, charm, bottom, and top. I haven't heard of those.
I've only heard up, down, and then that there's another thing that's not a quark, but it's kind of like a quark, but it's not a quark, you know? So, if that's true,
Leptons are matter.
leptons are matter. So it's like, those are like electrons? Electrons? Was that what you would personify that as? My girlfriend's texting me, I'm sorry. If you're for real, Lion Satan, hold on. Lion Satan, if you're for real right here, if you're super serious right now, if you're not fucking trolling me, then help me. Because this has been fucking with my brain for the last 8 months.
I have a master's of quantum physics. My thesis was on quantum information.
I can't tell if you're lying or not. I can't tell. Then help me understand this a bit. Okay? I'm taking my Masters of Science right now. What? My headset's plugged in. Don't make me restart this. Please don't make me restart this. Hold on. Hold on. Let me double check that this is working. Because I have to stand in here just to get this stuff.
Masters of science in what?
Behavioral psychology. So it has nothing to do with science. I have a bachelor's in computer science, but yeah, I have a bachelor's in computer science. I didn't learn shit from it. I barely passed. I think I have a 2.1 GPA for my bachelor's. But I got really into the phenomenology of how the brain operates within these quantum states and how nature operates within these quantum states. And the fact that like the emergence of these, I guess now there's 6. I didn't even know that there was 6. I'll add 6, but I don't. I don't know what they are, so we'll say strange, you said? What was it? Strange. Charm. And top.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really wanna develop.
That's fine. So okay, so I'll explain where I'm at right now, and then if I'm correct.
I wish I could record a message to send in chat room.
I will say you don't have to. I'll preface by saying you don't have to. Don't feel like you have to. Don't feel like you even have to be here. Depending on how much you want to be a part of what I'm doing right now, you can opt in Discord. But I will leave that up to you. Okay, so from what I've garnered so far is we've got at least 3. I don't have a thing to bring with these 4 in, or these other 3 in, but I know for a fact that there's at least 3 of these quarks. And these quarks develop into atoms. They create atomic structures. And those atomic structures create the periodic table of elements as such. And what is this?
I
Hopton Lectures? What is this? I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is yet.
And these elements create the universe as such. It creates the universe, right? All these elements, stars and all that stuff, right? So that's one aspect. That's the base, right? Oop, I gotta be careful with my wires. So I just won't move anymore. So that's the base of materialistic world, of a matter world. And then we've got...
The lectures voice chat in Discord.
Oh, you hopped in Discord. Hold on.
One second. I gotta find Discord. Just search it. Hold on. Hold on, Lion Satan. You're just gonna call me a nigger over and over again, aren't you? I'm sorry, that's a really bad joke. I shouldn't say that. Hold on. I actually don't know if this would even work. Hello?
Hello.
Can you... Hold on.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hello? Oh, hold on. I gotta get back into the thing. Hello? Oh, let's go!
I don't know how I got that to work, but it works.
I don't think anyone is. You've been the only one in here. But, does that discern you somehow? I don't care. I'll just ban them if they do. It's fine. Would it be easier if I share my screen so you don't have to wait for the 5-second delay and all the shit on Twitch?
No, it's fine. As long as you're talking, because I generally have an idea. We'll see. If it bothers me, I'll let you know.
Alright, cool. Okay, so explain these other three... Okay, how do I... So should I tell you what I've built so far and then you can tell me where I've gone astray? Does that work?
Whatever you think is the best method. If you want to explain it first, or do you want me to explain something first?
I'll explain sections and then you tell me in the sections where I went wrong. How's that?
That's fine.
Okay. So, in what I had before I wrote Strange, Charm, and Top, I guess, is that there are 3 quarks up, down, and the leptons. Those are assorted in specific patterns, so like 2 up, 1 down, 2 leptons, 1 down, 1 up, 2 down, and those form into atoms, like different types of atoms, and the combination of those types of atoms create elements, and combinations of those elements get through emergence have created this crazy structure that we live in, that is the universe. How am I doing so far with just that bit?
Yeah, that's basically correct. You have belt quarks, and then there's also leptons and bosons.
What the fuck are bosons?
Well, bosons are mainly gluons and photons, which are different. There are 3 different categories of this kind of stuff. They're separate. There's quarks, bosons, and leptons. And essentially, what
Hold on. Because chat, I can't. It's fine. I'm not worried about you. Oh, I don't know if you can even hear me right now. Because I can't hear you right now. One sec. Say something. Hold on. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. I am not. How did you even? Wow. Okay. Sorry, I had to. Production stuff. The audio wasn't going through on the stream, so I couldn't hear you. I'm not worried about you making mistakes. I'm not worried about any of that. I want to get a. This has been in my head for like 8 months. And even if it's a preliminary understanding of it, I'd rather have a preliminary understanding that has been, verbalized than have this stuck in my head that I can't get out. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about, I'm not worried about it. So there's 6 types of quarks and then leptons.
There's 6 types of quarks, 6 types of leptons, and then 4 types of bosons.
And what the hell is a boson?
Bosons are stuff like gluons or photons.
Okay, photons. I understand photons. What's the other one?
Gluons.
And what does a gluon do?
They're essentially so there's this thing called strong force that exists within the nucleus of an atom.
Okay.
And gluons are responsible for that, or like kind of I think causes or kind of does that. The strong force is what holds atoms, the nucleus of atoms together, because nucleus of atoms are just protons and neutrons, which the protons would naturally repel each other.
Uh-huh.
If they're really close together, they exhibit strong force, which holds them together.
And does that have to? Is that like electromagnetism?
No, electromagnetism are different from strong force. Strong force is within the nucleus of an atom, and it just holds those protons and neutrons together. It's kind of like okay, the best way to describe it, it's not exactly like this, but the way it works is kind of like my favorite penis. The way it works is essentially gravity, right? It's just an aspect of what those subatomic particles do, right? Because it holds them together when they're right next to each other, when they're basically touching each other. However, if they were if a great example is when nuclear decay happens, or like when someone forces another proton or neutron into a nucleus, it breaks apart.
Right.
Because it causes a disturbance.
Uh-huh.
So strong force holds the protons and neutrons within the nucleus of an atom together, and that's what a gluon is. Gluon is the particle that exhibits that, or that the messenger particle is the best way. It kind of tells the that it tells them, oh, you're close together, you have to be exhibiting strong force. Okay?
Okay.
Photons,
That makes sense.
The photons are, and then there's also Z bosons and W bosons, but you don't worry about that right now.
Okay. So I'll put those over here.
Boson, which is the superparticle.
The Higgs boson. Bosons. Bosons are.
You know the God particle?
No, I've heard of it, but I don't know what that means. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, let's see if I can explain this.
So what do you? Oh wait, I want to interview you. I want to talk to you.
Well, I'm here. Yeah. What do you mean?
Like I want to do a. I mean, you've got me. I'm three things. I'm 3 wine glasses in. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. Like, I'm sure I'm not gonna give the best questions.
You can ask me anything. As long as if you answer, I'll answer it. Fine.
Okay, cool. I don't really have anything right now.
Okay, well, if you have any questions.
Okay.
Well, to explain the Higgs boson, it's kind of irrelevant. It's irrelevant to what we're going to do and we're going to do.
How is it irrelevant to or is it, what's the context of the Higgs boson towards atoms? Is it inside of is it inside of atoms, or is it something that atoms do? Like, is it a relationship between two things, or is it its own thing?
The Higgs boson is essentially exhibits something called the Higgs field. The Higgs field is what's responsible for giving mass to all particles. It's essential for giving mass to particles.
Okay, well, hold on, because I've heard, I literally just listened, I listened to lectures and shit, like, regularly. But I just learned that the same way, hold on, it's over here. The same way that you can't have ripples unless you have a pond, you can't have particles, because particles are just the waves of energy fields. So how can you have, which makes sense in the analogy, but it doesn't make sense in reality. Like, how can you not have particles?
So, okay. What do you mean, how can you, so, okay. Do you know, so there's the basics of this wave particle technology.
Okay.
Particles, so technically, the most interesting thing that you learned from this is that we're just technically large waves.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
basics of it is that these are particles exhibit wave-like properties, but also exhibit particle properties. So small things are known as something called probability density. Quantum particles, which are very small things, are known as probability density, which means that they can exist within a given area at a given time. The way they describe it, so before you draw anything, draw this out.
Okay.
So draw a circle.
What type of circle? A 2D circle or a 3D circle?
2D, not a sphere.
Okay. Circle.
We're just gonna do a 2D example. We're not gonna go into 3D.
Okay.
And just draw like a little like mesh, like a grid kind of inside of it.
I hate this thing. Okay. Little 3x3, I guess.
Perfect. And then draw in the middle of that circle a tiny dot.
Oh, this fucking headset is slow. I'm so scared that it's gonna die in this very specific moment. Okay.
This is the best model of an atom that I have ever seen.
2D? 2-dimensional?
The two-dimensional just represents, helps to represent on paper. This is what we usually draw.
Okay.
The reason why is that this nucleus is at a given place at the exact center. The grid you drew are where electrons can be at any given time. Because so first of all, electrons are very small. Electrons are a type of lepton. Okay?
Electrons are a type of lepton. Okay.
So what happens is that they are very small, so they're very good at exhibiting wave-like properties and particle-like properties, right? Things that are very small tend to be more easier to look at as waves, right? But since they're easier to look at as waves, they're harder to visualize as fleet, so essentially the larger something is.
They can't be objects.
Well, actually, no, let me explain this. Do you know about the Heisenberg uncertainty principle?
You have to. I'll say it like this. I I understand that an observer looking at, like, I understand the double slit experiment by what it is, not by the name of what it is. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's not the double slit experiment.
I know, I'm using it as an example.
Okay.
But so you have to explain it, but once you explain it, I might actually know it. So I don't want to say no yet.
Okay. So it means that the more you know about something's position, the less you know about its speed. The more you know about, and vice versa, the more you know about its speed, the less you know about position. And then the more you know about its time, the less you know about its energy. And the more you know about its energy, the less you know about its time.
Right.
And
That
essentially, yeah.
I
The way it's described is E, which is momentum, which is interesting. P times x is less than or equal to h bar, which is Planck's constant over 2pi.
hold on one more time. P
Px
px.
less than or equal to. So we use small p, don't use big P.
It's not big
Big
P.
P and small p are two different things.
Oh, that I didn't know.
It's just
Is it big X?
no small x.
Okay.
Yeah.
Less
And then
than or
less than
equal to
h, and then
big H.
the part, just right, small h.
Okay.
And then up on the, like the straight line of the part of the h, like on the top, you just draw a line through it. Probably above it, but through the actual letter. Yeah, perfect. That's h bar.
Okay.
That's a formula. That's one of the Heisenberg energy principles. Just think about this. This is what we're going to be looking at. This means momentum times position is less than or equal to Planck's constant over 2pi. Which means if you divide both sides by x, right?
Okay.
If you divide both sides by x, you get p is equal to p is less than or equal to h bar over x, which means p and x are inversely proportional, which is p on one side and then 1 over x, where 1 can be any constant or value. So that's the case. That means they're inversely proportional. The more we know about one thing, the less we know about the other. So that's why there are no probability densities, because the more we observe one thing, the less we know about its other thing. We can't completely know about both these things ever.
Is one sec. Hold on.
That's why that model of the atom is the most crucial model, because it gives us an idea that an electron can exist within this given area around the nucleus.
Right. And
And electrons exhibit wavelength properties very a lot because they're very small.
and this is personified by the bell curve, right? Where the electron can never actually reach zero, because that means it is equally it could be equally the probability that it is anywhere in the universe is equal. So its actual state is like somewhere on the like not at zero, but somewhere just a little bit above zero, that you would be able to find it.
What do you mean by state? Because you have to specify.
So it's personified by the fact that if this was the analogy. Oh, hold on. I gotta make sure my head. God damn it. One sec. I don't think I can actually hear you right now. I gotta make sure this. Okay, it is charging, so it's just charging super slow. That sucks. Okay. I'm coming back in. One sec. Oh, wait. You know what I can do? I can do this. Oh, I might have just fucked myself. Hold on. Oh, I might have just fucked myself.
Please don't tell me you just died on me. Hello?
Hold on. I can hear you. 1 second. 1 second. I think I got it working, but I'm not. I gotta double check. Battery 0, but it is charging. Okay. Whew. One sec. Hello? Oh, cool. Okay, so I should be good now. Okay, okay. So, more specific, he said. If the energy, is it energy? Or is it the location of an electron can never be 100% accurate, right?
Yes.
So,
It can, but we won't know its speed.
oh, so it can only be it can be 100% accurate in very specific cases?
It can be. So okay. The best way to okay. Let's say I don't know. Let's say I blindfold you and you just reach into like a bag with a single like or like a table with a single marble on it,
Mm-hmm.
and you grab the marble, right? So and you hold the marble where it was. Like you don't pick it up, you just leave it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stop. You know where the marble is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how fast the marble's going?
Why wouldn't it be 0? It's not going anywhere because I'm holding it in place.
Exactly, but how fast was it going?
Ah.
So the problem is that we can hold, it's kind of like,
It's like taking a picture of it.
it's kind of like, exactly, it's like take a picture of it, we'll know the information about that, but we won't know where it, how, like, its speed, essentially. It's kind of just getting one piece of information. And let's say if we get the speed, it's vice versa going to be the same thing. We're not going to know where it was or where it is, where it's going to be. We just know how fast it's going. Because it exhibits wave-like properties.
Okay. So, okay.
It's just like
That's
simple math. It's like, you ever see those formulas where it's y is equal to 1 over x?
Y is equal to, hold on. Y is equal to 1 over X. I have not. I had to draw it out before I could answer, but no, I don't think I actually have.
Okay, so this is just common. So, first of all, so you've seen y equals x, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So y equals x means that they're direct proportion. As y goes up, x goes up, and
Right.
as x goes up, y goes up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y equals 1 over x is the opposite of that. As x goes up, y goes down, and as y goes up, x goes down. Right?
Okay.
Because that's what that means. Why? Because essentially, in y equals 1 over x, like let's say if x is equal to 2, right?
Mm-hmm. X is equal to,
That means y
it would be 1/2.
would be 1 over 2, right? Which would
Yeah.
be 0.5.
Uh-huh.
So x is equal to 2, y is equal to 0.5, right?
Okay.
And let's say y is equal to 2. What would x be?
If Y is equal to 2, then X is also 1/2, right? Yeah, 0.5.
Yeah, 0.5. So that's because, but since it's 1 over 1, it's 1 over 0.5. So they're inversely proportional.
Oh, wait.
That's
Wait.
basis.
1 second.
Goes down.
It's not 0.5, it's 1 over 0.5.
No, x is 0.5. 1 over x
One more time. One more time.
Okay.
So,
This is, by the way, I'm not gonna like intro you. This isn't complicated. This is just basic algebra.
I'm sure it is. I'm not. I'm sure. I'm sure. I think I just need to see it, concrete. I guess mathematically concretized before I can say that I truly understand it.
I'll say this in the easiest way. Proportional means as one goes up, the other goes up.
Right.
Inversely proportional means as one goes up, the other goes down.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. Cool. I take more of a philosophical. I've listened to math. I've listened to the math underpinnings of it. I've listened to Roger Penrose and various astrophysicists. I listened to fucking Feynman. Like ridiculous amount. I got lost a couple of times, and then he turned into philosophy, and then I understood it. So I will say I don't have like px is less than or equal to h bar doesn't inherently make sense to me, but seeing it, I can go and look and see the philosophical consequences of what that means.
Right. Also, h bar is just a constant.
So what is h bar then?
H bar is Planck's constant.
Planck's constant. Cool. Okay.
Over 2 pi. Planck's constant is h, and then so it's h bar is h over 2 pi.
Isn't there a thing for constant? Over 2 pi. Okay, cool. I can look into that.
It's spelled with the CK. It's a person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's weird, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so okay, I'll try to say this in this understanding way. Also, do you still doubt the fact that I have a degree?
No, actually no, because this is no. I totally did.
I know you doubted me because I know I say stupid shit all the time. I don't sound smart. I'm well aware.
No, it's more like this. When I first started streaming, a guy figured out how to code Twitch so that his text would come off blue instead of like his name coming blue and then the text coming white. So what he would do is he said like his name, I forgot his name, it was a long time ago, but he said his name and said donated $200 and said I'll donate another 200 if you do 200 push-ups on stream. So I did 200 push-ups on stream. He then donated another $200 in that text font. I then messaged Twitch and said, hey, I just got $400 on my first stream ever. Where does this money go? And they said, you can't make any money until 30 days after. Like, you can't make any money at least until 30 days afterwards. So I had to get a huge dose of skepticism on internet shit.
That makes sense.
So no, I don't take it personally. I don't think that you're dumb or anything. It was just
No, I am dumb. I am well aware.
it was just too perfect for me to be doing this right now, and then you hop in and then be like, oh yeah, by the way, I know a whole bunch of this stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But, okay, so let me just say this. Okay, so the best way to think about this is that small particles exhibit wave-like properties more easily observed. Okay?
Okay.
So the smaller the thing is, the more likely it is that this is because they have a certain uncertainty principle that's associated with their size. Okay?
Okay.
So the larger the thing is, the uncertainty principle gets smaller. So that's why you and I are technically made up of waves, so we are a wave. But our uncertainty is so small compared to our size. Planck's constant is such a small number that Planck's constant only shows that's why. So Planck's constant is a very small number. So that's why small particles exhibit more often wave-like properties that are easily observable because they are more on the scale of a Planck's constant is. You and I are huge compared to the electron. Absolutely
Right.
massive.
Uh-huh.
So that's why we don't exhibit wave-like properties. We do technically do, but on such an infinitely small scale that it is unobservable. Okay?
Okay. But is that not just a level of analysis problem? Like we're infinitesimally small in reference to, I don't know, stars, black holes, and they still exhibit these functions, do they not?
Yeah, but how easily can you see a mountain versus how easily can you see ants? Right?
Okay. I guess I can see that. Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. We could observe the universe, though, like on a large scale, because look, it's gonna be so much fucking harder for us to do this because it's so much harder for us to see things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so ultimately, the electron and the whole atom model that I showed you was essentially because of the uncertainty of electrons in a given area. We know that there are in specific shells, but we don't know where that shell exists. This is, I think, called a plum pudding model. Or pudding model.
I've heard of that. Yep.
Yeah, that's why this is important. But so overall, what was the original question that you were trying to ask? Like why? Like about energy. So that's why. So for smaller things, it's easier for us to put in terms of energy because waves are more easily translatable to energy. The way essentially an electron works. So there is a little model or a little thing we like to use called the well model, right?
Yeah. This, right?
Yeah.
I guess you have to wait till I draw it, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, exactly. We use that, but we use a rectangular well because it's easier.
Oh, rectangle. Oh, because it would be bouncing off of really weird angles.
It's not even that. It's just that the distance is easier, is more constant. So essentially, the way this works is that electrons, so on higher shells, tend to be of higher energy, right?
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So the further away from the atom they are, the more energetic.
Hold on. I'm gonna need you to describe this shell now because.
That's what I'm getting to the well thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So the more energetic. So draw that well again.
Same way, like a square.
That was 100% correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So draw. So now. So draw a wave, and essentially it's just a single wave. One wave that starts at one end of the well and ends at the other end. One bump. Only at the bottom.
Oh, only at the bottom.
Yeah. Sorry, not at the top. No. So the way you want to draw it is also it starts like the bump starts at one end. Like so, it's just one curve. There's no straight line. It's just one curve.
Oh, like this. I guess you have to wait, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh.
That fits in this well. There is a specific amount of energy something needs. It will exhibit a specific wave in order to fit into a specific atom.
So you don't actually care about this bit. None of this matters. You're only looking at because all of this is equal to the rest of the universe.
No. What you're thinking is there is nothing that exists beyond. Okay, how do I explain this? Best way to describe it is there are no straight lines in waves. First of all.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Whenever we draw a model of a wave, there are step waves, but those are just to exhibit specific increases or decreases in things. So every time you draw a wave from now on, and when you're trying to explain something, unless you're trying to explain two very distinct states, or a variety of distinct states, you always want to do it with those lines. So it goes continuously, kind of like how the sine or cosine wave looks.
So this is wrong.
No, that is true. That is something we don't. That isn't a wave, but we'll not get into that.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's do this one first.
Yeah. So the thing is, the way electrons work is that there's that bump, right? Now draw two bumps without any straight lines that fit into this well.
That fit into this well.
Yeah, this well. Now you want to draw it above. Don't draw it the same way. Draw it above.
Like so.
No, sorry, I should explain this better. So it goes up once and down once.
Oh, okay.
So there is kind of like a valley, a peak and a valley. That's pretty good actually.
That works.
So
Okay.
you see how these both fit into this well?
Uh-huh.
The well represents the amount, the kind of like the energy electron needs to have in order to be in that state. So we could think of the red line as the first shell, as a bottom state, right? This is the ground level. Then the green line is the next state above it. And then let's say you want to draw what like the same image with the green line, you could draw three. So a peak, a valley, and then a peak again.
I did that wrong.
Essentially, yeah. Close enough. So yeah, essentially, yeah, that.
Okay.
But the thing is that you see how these all fit into this well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a distinct amount of energy. These are called distinct states because each shell, so each atom has a different well. The distance between the two walls are different. In order for an electron to be a part of the orbit, it has to match that shell's energy. You understand that?
Hold on. When you're saying shell, you're talking about this like orbit that's inside. That's inside the. We had it green here. What is this green dot here?
That's the nucleus.
Okay, nucleus. Got it. So we've got the nucleus, and then we have a specific orb, a specific field in which the electron has to be able to fit inside of in order for it to be connected to the nucleus.
The best way to think about it is that an electron within that orbit, in that specific given orbit, will always, two electrons that have a specific orbit, let's say two, will always have the same energy. They'll always be exhibiting the same wave, essentially.
So green and red are experiencing the same energy.
No, those are two different levels. So there's a base level, so that's n equals 0, then n equals 1 is the next level, which is green, n equals 2 is the blue. Okay?
So
There's 3 levels. So essentially,
Okay.
the bigger the atom gets, the more orbits of the electrons it can have around it. The more more orbits the electrons can be a part of it, right? If you think about just hydrogen, there's only just one, right?
right. Okay.
When the electron
Okay.
gets excited, it can move on to the next state.
And then once it does that, it no longer can exist in this orbit. It has to go to another orbit.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It has to be the next level orbit. So, and eventually, the atom, if you put enough energy into that electron, it'll eventually shoot off the atom. Shoot off the atom, and then go, and it'll become an ion. Do you understand that?
Explain ion more for me. I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. I totally don't remember this stuff at all.
So, imagine, do you ever see those things where you put a coin in and it goes around the bowl and all the way into the center?
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't, but I can visualize it.
Okay, best way to describe it. Imagine you take a wok, right? You know what a wok is?
A wok? Yeah, I have one. I use it all the time.
Yeah, perfect. Put a marble in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if there is no gravity, for example, right?
I actually just drew this. This is over here. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but yeah.
Let's say if a marble is spinning at a specific level on that wok.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's you do gravity well.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, right? Okay. So gravity. Well, fuck. I don't want to say it's gravity.
Yeah. Yeah. But is it because gravity isn't like this isn't gravity, this is gravity, and this is the relationship between this object, yellow and black. That the experiential relationship is what we call gravity.
Gravity. Well,
Because it's not a force.
gravity is a force, but it's different. When you say a force, it just means something that can exhibit some sort of control or movement or something of the sort.
Oh, okay.
change another item.
Okay.
Change. Exhibit some sort of change on it, right? But when I say change, I mean more of like a spatial change. Okay?
Okay. So are relationships forces?
Relationships? No, because relationships are is a very too general term.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
So, but when it comes to atoms, it's essentially that it's kind of like, so when it comes to the atom thing, in order for an electron, so each atom is going to be different. The well it has is different. The energy and the wave that it's going to have in its ground state, like do you see the red thing? The red thing is only for this. The red wave that you made is only true for this atom, this one atom combo, right? The red, the green, the blue are all only specific to this atom. It'll be different for a different atom. It'll be a different wave, right? It'll be a different amount of energy, and so on and so forth. That's why this is so important. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, one question. Quick question. I'm gonna do it in yellow. So, I guess dark energy not talked about or not included. Is the next atom well like right here, which is a different size, or is it spaced out somewhere else and it has to travel?
So the well represents the orbit. We're not talking about, when we think about a well, we're not talking about, there's no relationship between one well and another well. The well is just a representation that we can understand how much energy an electron has and how much energy the next state after each consecutive state has. So it's not a real example of how it looks,
Right.
but it's a real example of its properties.
So this is two-dimensional. I'm sorry that you have the delay, but the well is two-dimensional, and then putting it in a three-dimensional orbit, it would be like.
That's
okay.
called pudding model, essentially.
Oh, okay. So it would be moving somewhere in this area.
Yeah. If you think about that plum model, the pudding model, but instead it's a sphere, that's essentially it.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Okay. But the way the well is its energy, or because energy has a significant like tie-in with the waves.
Okay. Right.
So that's why. And the more energy it has, eventually it can get out of that well. That well being the orbits of the electron, of the atom. Right?
So more energy, it's.
Yeah, and then eventually you can shoot off.
And it's gone. Okay.
And it's gone.
Is that an accurate depiction? Like.
No, because there is no distinct. We can't represent an electron that's not part of that.
Oh, okay.
Is because the electrons can, like the states of the electrons, like tell us how much energy they have, right?
Right.
If it's not part of that orbit, then we can't tell how much energy it has. That's why you don't want to draw it. That's why only inside the well matters when it comes to the orbits.
So outside of the well is more than whatever this is. So it could theoretically be 3, but it could also theoretically be 4. It could be 5. It could be whatever.
No, it can't be 3, 4. It doesn't have to be. It could be less.
It can be less and still be outside of the well.
Because it's kind of like it's okay. This is kind of like gravity in this sense, because if something's in the orbit of Earth, right? It can exist. Doesn't mean that everything has to be in the orbit of Earth. Just because it's small,
Right.
it doesn't mean it orbits us. You know, like Pluto isn't in the orbit of Earth, but
Right.
it's smaller.
Is that not a range issue?
That's the problem. That's the issue here. This is also a range issue. The well is a range issue.
Ah,
Because
okay.
there's only so far the nucleus of an atom can go. Especially, like, think about hydrogen atoms. They only have, 2 each? 1 each? What was it?
Probably 1. I think 1. Hydrogen. Is it 1? Because it holds 2.
It's 2 protons and 2 neutrons.
I'm not the numbers guy. You got the wrong person for the numbers guy. But yes, I get the concept. I understand what you're saying. Even if it was 3, it's not more than what it if it was anything more, then it wouldn't be able to hold what it is.
Yeah, no, sorry, it was my bad. It's just one proton, that's it, and one electron. It wasn't about helium atoms because we talk about helium atoms too. That's 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Helium. Okay, but so
2 protons
okay,
and
that's
2.
like
Okay.
wave-like thing is essentially that even the best way to describe it is actually using light. Okay? Light doesn't have mass.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But light is a particle and a wave. Why? Because it has energy.
Right. So hold on. I understand where you're going. I wanna give this example and see if it correlates to what you're talking about. So there's a picture. I don't remember what it's called. I actually have it on my phone somewhere. But someone took a picture and it looked like that, kind of low res. You could tell that it was the sun, right? And it's like, yes, I know that it's a low res picture, but hear me out. I took this picture on the other side of the planet, through the planet, to get this picture of the sun. Now, I don't remember exactly. I don't remember what type of wave of a photon photography that he does, but basically he was saying that the same photons that are pushing out from the sun and pushing out from the sky and pushing out from everywhere are moving through matter, and he was able to capture it through solid matter. Does that make sense?
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So does the fact that photons not having mass impact where it can go and how far it can go? Because I'm thinking of this. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy, I'm spinning around a bunch. I'm thinking of this well thing, this shell here, and there's this like, okay, this nucleus has a gravitational force in a sense, not gravity, but in a sense it's gravity, and it's pulling in certain electrons. Why does it not pull in, I guess, protons as well?
Okay, well, first of all, it's not pulling in certain electrons. So, like, a hydrogen atom can only have 1 electron. Helium atom can only have 2. So on and so forth.
Okay.
Okay? So, when we talk about hydrogen, there's the proton, or the electron that exists is in its base, the ground state, right? Which is the first orbit, the closest orbit to the nucleus. If we give it some energy, it goes to the next state. If it gives more energy, it goes to the next state. And I think after n equals 2 or n equals 3, the electron can be given enough energy for it to detach itself from its orbit. Because the nucleus doesn't have that much, like the proton can't really go that far because energy, essentially, the range of it is very limited because it's only a singular proton. Okay? Light travels through objects. We've taken pictures. X-rays are examples of light going through objects.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's actually a better example than what I used.
Yeah. But no, it's not an aspect of mass. It's an aspect of energy. Think about it like if I shine a flashlight right through a fucking wall. I can't take a picture of the light to the other wall. But if I take like a fucking X-ray, like show on the energy, right? It's kind of the same thing, just how much energy it has dictates how much it can penetrate. Okay.
Okay.
But the lack of mass does not do with any of that. The thing what I was getting into is that the fact that it has energy, right? First of all, energy. Okay. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. That's just gonna confuse you. Yeah. Just completely saying it. There's something that's very crucial, but it's not.
Well, okay. Well, hold on. Say it, and then if I'm lost, then just then drop it, because I actually might catch it. I might have some reference to it.
Energy is a product of mass.
No, you lost me. Okay, it's fine. Okay.
That's why I'm saying that don't think about that anymore, okay?
Okay.
That's fine. So essentially what happens is that the thing has energy. It can be if it's a wave, right? It's small enough to be able to exhibit particle-like properties as well. Like the whole observer, the double slit experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Great fucking example, right? If I shine light, it could be distributed in wave, unless I put an observer. Observer can be you. Observer can be another particle. It exhibits particle-like properties, right? That's an aspect of the Heisenberg uncertainty principle again, because photon's very small. The uncertainty more we measure about one thing, the less we know about the other, and so on and so forth. Heisenberg uncertainty principle ties well really into the whole wave-particle duality. Okay.
Okay.
So photons exhibit wave-like properties and particle-like properties. Okay. Electrons also very small, do the same wave-like properties, particle-like properties. Neutrons, protons, same thing. Maybe not as much or not as visible as the photons and electrons because they are a bit larger. However, they still do.
Are electrons their own? I guess nothing's their own thing, but are electrons?
Electron is a lepton.
It's a lepton. Okay.
It's a basic state. It's a basic building block.
Cool.
Photon is a boson. It's a basic thing.
Proton is a boson.
Neutrons
Got
and
that.
protons are made of quarks. Okay?
Okay. That helps me understand things.
Think it's also made of protons. Okay. So, first of all, any interaction, anything we see is is essentially just a movement of these bosons, electrons, and quarks.
Right.
Everything from a chemical reaction
Right.
to that
Yep.
to the passing, to the effect of time on something is that.
Right. Because time is experience duration, and the duration is part of what did you just say? When particles disassemble from each other. Half-lives. The words decay, right? Is time the measurement of decay?
No. Time is just like a ruler. So a ruler is to a clock. A ruler is to space what a clock is to time.
A ruler is to what?
Is to space. Like
A ruler is to
it's
space.
Like just space as in like X, Y, Z.
Uh-huh.
The whole coordinate. So a ruler is to space what a clock is to time. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, it measures it. But I don't understand. I don't understand how. Oh, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait because I don't understand if I don't think I understand what I'm asking right now. So I'll wait.
So I'm gonna leave soon, by the way.
Fair enough. I can't even tell how long it's been.
Already.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, we're getting into the nitty gritty of things. Let me give you the full gestalt, and then if there's and then before you leave, tell me if I'm at least on the right track here. How's that?
Yes or no.
Fair enough. I'll accept that. Okay, so we've got these tiny little I guess they're particles, but not particles. They're quarks.
Right. There's something really important I need to tell you.
Okay.
Before anything else,
Yeah. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know that parentheses go first?
Uh-huh.
What forks do are essentially within the parentheses.
Oh.
Do you understand what I'm saying? The best way, so the thing is that you are too associated, you're thinking too much about what happens on such a small scale because we have larger ways. So let's say if I explain to you that whatever, like this long ass thing that all goes inside parentheses, right?
Right.
So what happened, but let's say if I just tell you the parentheses is equal to 2, right?
Uh-huh. Then I don't have to worry about what's in the
Which is-
parentheses.
Exactly. What you're doing is it's kind of like trying to understand something that doesn't need what's inside the parentheses, but you're trying to understand it through what's inside the parentheses. Which I understand that you can always delve deeper and understand things at a smaller level. However, you're too worried about what's going on at such a small level that you're not trying to figure out what's going on in this, like, a larger level first.
At the gestalt. So it's but are you okay? So it's not taking into account emergence. Is that what you're saying?
What's emergence?
Like how many grains of sand before you have a sand dune, or does traffic exist because before you can have traffic you must have cars, before you have cars you must have civilization and society and blah blah blah. Like these things are the baseline principles of things that need to be made in order for this thing to exist.
Yeah, but the thing is that you're not understanding the theory. I don't want to sound like I'm just trying to insult.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You just need to worry about. You need to think about what's happening at the largest scale before you go to a smaller scale. So, like before, if a whole puzzle was made up of each individual piece was also a puzzle, I feel like you just need to solve the larger puzzle before looking at the individual pieces of the other pieces. So you just need to focus on the large level.
So you don't think that building the small pieces, the small puzzles would put together the big puzzle?
The issue is that, also tell you the way I learned physics. I learned physics completely incorrectly first, because that's how it's taught. We learn about basic mechanics. Like, speed, a derivative of position over time is speed, derivative of speed over time is acceleration, mass times acceleration is force, right?
Mm-hmm.
We learned it that way. The reason why we learned it that way is because we had to get a better understanding of the general concepts. Then we learned about modern physics, which is going into more about these subatomic particles, the photoelectric effect, shining a light on a piece of metal and electrons leaving. Right? Do you know about that?
I haven't heard of that. I guess I have actually.
That's very crucial before you even learn about anything about these waves and wave particle duality, because that is one of the most important parts of it.
Is that like when you look at an elevator door when it closes and then you see like it's the elevator door, but you're spread across instead of being the full silhouette of you? I don't know if I don't think I explained that correctly at all.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with that. What this means is what's happening. Do you remember how I explained the whole wells?
Yeah.
What was happening was that someone was shining the light on a metal, right? Metal composed of these atoms, right? And the electrons started leaving the well.
I don't even.
They were.
How do you discern the difference between the electrons? I guess I don't want to take up any more of your time, but I don't understand how are you discerning the difference between electrons
leaving the metal and electrons, let's say, bouncing off because the metal's already in its own solid state and it doesn't want any more electrons.
Well, because the light doesn't give electrons, it's shining photons. I think you just made a mistake in thinking of what was going on. There was a think of it's essentially think of a flashlight. A flashlight doesn't emit electrons, right?
Okay. Only photons.
It's photons.
Right.
What was happening was essentially they were shining a light on this metal, and it caused the electrons in the metal to leave. They hooked the metal up into a circuit, and their circuit was going. There was electrons traveling through that circuit. Okay?
What?
Are you confused, or do you understand what I'm saying? Or
I don't understand the what is I don't understand the implications. I guess like I'll wait.
Okay. This means that the photons were giving energy to the electrons.
Okay, we knew that. That's plants. That's chlorophyll, and that's yeah.
No.
Light gives off energy.
But why were electrons taking in that energy? But why, and what was more important, is that different kinds of light would have different effects on different metals. Sometimes there were no electrons. Sometimes the electrons did leave. Some of the light wasn't taken in, some of the light was. Do you understand the problem? That is one of the most basic experiments of understanding this thing.
Wait, hold on. What's the problem though?
The problem was that for some reason, photons were giving energy to electrons, which doesn't make sense.
Oh.
Do you see?
Oh,
It's like
okay.
this thing that, first of all, doesn't have any doesn't have any positive or negative charge. Doesn't have any mass.
Right.
Was somehow giving energy to these electrons. This wave was giving energy to electrons. Electrons a particle, which people thought at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Why? This was the founding of the wave particle duality. This was the first thing. Okay?
Okay.
So that was the first most important. That was one of the very first important experiments. If you want to learn about this stuff, look up that experiment.
I mean, what? Photons giving electron? Photoelectric effect.
Yep. That easy. So that's what's so interesting. It was somehow causing electricity, which is weird. So that's why that's why I don't want you to explain what what's the whole thing is what you're doing, because there is a lot you need to learn and about before you even think about the small scale. Small scale is something even I barely even touched on.
See, which is, man, but that's the opposite of what I want to say, because this part is kind of like I wasn't worried about this part. It was whatever the smallest basic principles are, they emerge into, they form into atoms, which form into elements, which form into what we experience as material, as matter, or matter, antimatter, as matter. We would call it matter because we don't know what antimatter is.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, so then explain everything. Then I misunderstood. I thought you were trying to understand parts and everything.
That stuff is super interesting. I'm super interested in that, but yes, or I guess but yes doesn't make any sense. So yes, that was super cool. I'm definitely gonna learn about Planck's constant. I'm gonna learn about the photoelectric effect. Absolutely. What I'm more interested in is the fact that these elements and these things have a non-localized experience within time and space. There are these waves that you can't, what the uncertainty principle, you can't actually say where they're at. And if you can say where they're at, you can't tell how fast they are, which means you don't know the amount of energy they're carrying. Sometimes they just burp up into empty space. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's just happening. And it's happening everywhere, all the time. On top of that, they're going through physical matter. They're, the photons, the energy, the waves, they're going through physical matter that we are at our level of gestalt, of our size and scale, are unable to go through as if it's the same thing. Even with all of that as a premise, somehow, and the fact that I didn't draw it all the way out, but you are one part in I want to say 100,000, I want to say 1 billion. I'm kind of drunk, so I don't know. You're whatever you are more bacteria than skin cells. 1 part in 1,000, let's just say. It could be 100,000, could be 1 billion, could be 1 million. I'm not really sure. But you are more. Yeah, you are more bacteria than skin, which from a physics perspective says you are not even what you would manifest as a evolutionized monkey. You're not that. You're a sea of other individualized entities. So the fact that you even exist as a singular entity makes no sense. But we'll leave that aside. The fact that your experience, right? That's why I drew this eye. The fact that your experience sees this wave of things that are happening, the same waves that allow you to hear the radio station in Russia, the same waves that are bouncing off of planes that know how high they are off the ground, the same waves that are streaming my headset to my computer, which is streaming to your computer, right? All those things are happening. They're all little balls. They're all the same type of balls in different functions of the wavelength. And they're all happening all at the same time, all the time. And somehow, you discern from it. Somehow, through all of this, you see a tree. Somehow, through all of these dots and balls and wavelengths that are essentially made out of only, what? 6, 12, 4, 16 particles?
Yeah.
Essentially.
17.
Oh man, what's the 17th one? Oh yeah, okay. This one. So essentially, out of these particles, which manifest in their own special creative ways all the time, you're able to pull through this non-linear time space and find something that is a tree. That doesn't make any sense. And this is just what you're looking at. All of these squiggles and lines and waves, they flow through you. The same exact way as they're flowing through them.
Well, not always, but yeah.
That doesn't make sense. How I guess that's my last question. How does that make sense? How is that a normal picture that can be fully actualized?
Well, if you, a good analogy would be like if I throw a net in the ocean, why does it catch fish and not water? Why do we see that thing? Because our eyes are designed to receive light. Cones for color.
Mm-hmm.
Rods
Right.
for intensity.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Right?
Yep.
That's light bouncing off of a light source, and let's just say the sun, because you're outside, tree, whatever.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And that's light bouncing off the tree. Some color. What you're seeing is that everything in the tree, all colors are absorbed except the green.
Right.
Green gets reflected. The bark, all colors are absorbed besides brown, which then brown is reflected, and you capture that color because our eyes are designed to see that. So you're asking, like, why? But at the same time, because our perception perception isn't as complicated as that. We don't. What we see is very basic. What we know might be more complicated than that. Like there's electrons, yeah. There's neutrons and protons, yeah. Right? Those are what exists in every single atom, every single thing that we see. Right? Those. Well, we thought that was a building block for a long time. We can't see X-rays. We can't see this thing that penetrates us. We can't
Yep.
see, I don't know, UV
Radiation and yeah.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah. We can't see that. Some things can. We can. We can see visible light. So what you're thinking about is that you see light, and that's what you need to worry about because, like, a net is designed to catch fish. Our eyes are designed to capture light. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you're more did that trivialize everything you were thinking about?
I don't know if it's I man. Because the net still gets wet though. Like it doesn't ignore like you know what I'm trying to say though, right? Like it doesn't ignore the fact that there is water or that it doesn't it still falls it doesn't fall the same way as if you toss it on land. It folds and it wraps and it widens. It doesn't just collapse together.
We're affected by gravity. Our eyes are affected by gravity. You don't think about it, do you? We see gravity, technically, because gravity bends space. We see that.
But we don't see bent space.
We do.
We see the things acting on the bent space.
That's you just answered your question then. That's the thing. We see light, right? That light lets us see. Light travels through that space, like the whole black hole thing, right?
That's true.
The picture and everything.
Yeah,
The
that's
thing
true.
is that I feel it's complex. The world is complex, and us seeing it, right? It's weird. The fact that we see such a simple thing out of a complex world is weird, right?
Yeah.
Which is essentially what you're trying to ask. That there's always so much going on, but what we see, like right now, I'm just looking at the computer screen. I'm looking at what you're seeing on my computer screen. I see you on the camera. I see a fucking text box. I see a fucking web page, right? But there's so much more going on. There's electricity going on behind that. But that's why like you're concerned about a lot of things, and you're like I'm assuming like the world is complex. Yeah, I understand that a lot more too. I understand that a lot as well because I also study this stuff and it's weird. But the best way to think about it is that we do understand this, we do see this, and the way we kind of map it is using numbers, math, and that kind of stuff. The way I understood this whole thing is through using that same thing. What we see isn't as complex as what exists because we aren't designed to see that. But our brains can understand that because of years of evolution, of years of research. Because we're building, like, knowledge is like building, I don't know, a tower that never ends because we're just gonna have one thing on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other, and so on and so forth. The more humans exist, the more we'll learn. And yeah, but you don't be too concerned about how we can see this, visualize, see like such a complex world. Because if you were like, I don't know, like 2,000 years ago, you wouldn't have thought this, right?
That's true. But that's man. I don't want to keep you. But that's a whole nother conversation of metacognition and consciousness and like I won't keep you for that. But we just didn't evolve yet. There's tons of things that didn't evolve yet.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying. You're too concerned about like why the world is so complex and we see it so simply, but we understand it to an extent as much as we know so far. We know a lot, but don't think about. There's no reason to question why we don't see this complexity because it exists and we understand that. Okay?
guess I guess this is as best as we can get.
Yeah, so far. But there's also Frodo's in the chat wondering what the fuck is this.
Oh. Hey, what's up, Frodo? I wasn't even looking at chat. We see it, just not with our eyes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to do it.
That's terrible. That doesn't help me at all.
It's true. Like, we did, like, no one thought about gravity until fucking Sir Isaac Newton essentially thought that whole thing. We do see it. We do observe it. But we observe it through thought rather than our eyes. Our eyes see light. And that's all they're designed to see.
I understand, but it doesn't. It's been in my head for like 8 months. I can't not think about how insane and how limited we are. Like, does that? I don't want to turn into like a weird psychiatric disassociation issue, but it's like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. This doesn't make any sense. And I can act in it. Like, I did this. I drew this. I drew this in a space that doesn't exist. That doesn't make sense. This plane is fake. This plane doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I just feel the disassociation happening all the time. And I was like, I need to put it down somewhere. I need to ground it in some type of reality. But reality is that. That's reality. This is what I feel like I look like.
I'm 100% telling you that the only reason you're thinking this is because, first, for like the whole like this landscape just exists digitally, like Frodo just said, but you don't understand how it exists because you're not a coder to that extent, right?
That's true. I'm not
like
a coder.
This, like the whole ports and things make more sense to me than if they do to you, right?
Fair, right?
Right, because I study this. Like I'm a master's in quantum.
I don't want to be stuck in heuristics forever. Like, what?
But then just expand, just learn, just take your time. Don't think about like how complex it is, but learn about how you can understand it. But I told you about the photoelectric effect is one of the best things you can do. That's kind of like the bridge into quantum. That's the bridge, okay?
Okay. I'm looking into it.
Understand more about what I told you. You'll understand more about this. The best way to think about physics is that everything, all the work, they're just Legos. Right? Every interaction is just some sort of force moving the Lego to one thing or another. And things change, right? We're moving the groups of Legos from one place to another place, and that causes them to change. Right? Because this position change. Don't think about like just the best way to think, just learn.
Okay.
That's the only thing you can do. Don't like let it engulf you how like complicated, complex the world is to learn. But make the world less complex by learning about it. This is all explainable. Everything you drew here, from the gravity wells to the quarks, are all things that people have studied, protocol and quantum. And that's why it's important for us to be able to access that. Yeah. Well, the thing is that he is on this Ronnie and
No, ignorance is absolutely not bliss. It's crushing. Yeah, it's not good at all. And then but it's worse than that, because the more that I learn, the less that I know.
Oh, 100%.
It's
I'm telling you, I'm terrible at physics because I know physics.
Yeah, that's not a good. That's I don't know, man. That's my right hand. It's a brush. Fair enough. I would. You go for it.
I was just gonna say, just learn. What you need to do is just learn. Just study this stuff. You have access to knowledge, and that's
That's true.
But you have like such a I sound very bad, but you sound such you have such a surface level information about everything you display.
I know.
That's your problem.
That's literally why I'm taking my master's. I chose psychology because I could actually immediately integrate it into my actual personal life, like myself. But yeah, I'm listening. Dude, my YouTube, it's not video games, it's not Twitch streams, it's MIT OpenCourseWare, it's Stanford, it's all of these, it's fucking like plane aerodynamics, like it's everything that I can possibly get my hands on, and it's still just like it's not enough. It doesn't answer. Not only does it not answer a whole bunch of these like okay, well, like why why does this make sense? Why does photoelectric what's the other part? Experiment? I should write that. Effect.
But that's what I'm telling you. You have the ability to, but you're gonna have to put time in. Like I learned about it because I studied for years.
Quantum physics and butt plugs. Fair enough. I guess.
Yeah. Just think about everything that you like you're confused about right now. It's an ability for you to delve deeper into a topic. Okay?
Mm.
Do you want to know where to start?
Yes.
So, do you understand the basics of like speed and forces and all that kind of stuff, right? You understand it. You don't have to like know the mathematics and speed.
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah.
Do the photoelectric effect.
Do the photoelectric effect. Like learn it or explain it right now?
No, learn it.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think I can.
I can't explain it to you.
Okay. This is on my list. Photo. All of this, I guess I'll cut off from here on. Everything over here, I'm gonna look into.
Quarks don't exist for you right now. You're in like what? You're a little bit before Einstein's time, right? That's where you are right now.
That's rough. So I gotta learn mechanical physics before I can learn quantum physics.
Well, this is the photoelectric effect is mechanical physics. That's modern physics. That's the basics of quantum. But that isn't quantum yet. It's like what algebra is to like fucking calculus. You understand?
I failed calculus twice.
What?
I said I failed calculus twice. This is gonna suck.
Bro, trust me. I know me saying that terrible that stuff doesn't really help you out, but you just gotta learn about the photoelectric. You could even like look up videos. There's people explaining it in like layman's terms very easily, very well. Right? Once you learn about this whole idea, about photoelectric effect ties into the wells, which ties into the structure of an atom. Okay?
Okay.
And then the structure of the atom eventually goes into the subatomic particles, and you can learn about wave particle duality. And photoelectric effect also ties into wave particle duality. Photoelectric effect is one of the most crucial experiments done in physics. Cool.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. That's appreciate it, man. Thanks for hopping in.
Anytime. You can ask me questions if you ever need it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk to you. Later.
Have fun.
Well, shit, man, that was super cool. Let's save this. I'm probably gonna turn this into a video. Gay? No. Because I want to talk about the fact that we don't actually see color. I want to talk about I want to know your understanding of consciousness. I want to talk about consciousness. I want to figure out this. What? Magenta doesn't exist? I actually know that experiment where it's like a little magenta ball. It's a magenta loading screen, and then if you look at the ball, the loading ball, it transitions from it being like this to the ball disappearing or something like that. I do remember that, which was crazy when I first watched it. When I first saw that experiment happen. But yeah, shit's wild, man. Shit's wild, man. and then I want to talk about how the. All right. I'll hit you up later. Peace, line Satan. Thanks for hanging out with me. All right, let's do another fucking game. This has been enough. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this world. We definitely will. Do I have any other games in here? I got Paint. We have VR chat. I might just do some. Yeah, I don't have any games on this. I didn't finish painting. We didn't paint. We haven't painted in 8 months. That's a damn shame. We should do that sometime soon. Let's call this mode. Maybe I still got like 4 fucking drinks, so I'm not done streaming, but we could definitely tighten something else. Ugh. Man, that was so enlightening. You guys have no idea how good that felt.